Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Takashi. Actually, messing up everything. Hi. Just kidding. Obviously, we are gonna continuing training adventures in the TARDIS. Let's create Quill in the background.
Morning.
Nice day for fishing. So, last time Commander Reaction has appeared and asked the team to join him and have convinced the down below to actually, okay, we are friends, we are here to help. Because there has been a bigger and bigger gap between the down below and the way above. Because the way above people don't know the way.
Right. What song this is? It sounds like it's in fast forward.
It sounds like, well, it's not. No mystery, we are not using this. And when we left off, they asked for a little bit of privacy. And we will still not know if they are given privacy or not. I'm trying to wait for it to... Okay, that's fine. So let's continue. Let's see what the team is thinking about this. This is not their homeland. They shouldn't actually do too much things. They already have the flower. They should just leave. The doctor is not here. I'll be back in 10. I'm pretty sure we, wait. Yeah, we had this one, right?
That's about where I left off, yes. But I think you did read that line before.
It's fine. The commander decides that those to depart. The door seemingly open on its own that shuts behind them, leaving the gun impossible privacy. What do you all think? I guess the companions. I want all of your honest input, no matter how slight. After all, whatever we do, we'll do it together. First of all, I would like to express my appreciation for you including us in this decision. Having said, to adventure in approval. Not long ago it seemed you were determined to do everything on your own. I mean that in the past. Making a shy blush, as she admits. For various reasons, and I don't really want to get into it at this time, I haven't had much practice with teamwork, but I'm willing to give it a shot now. Yeah, see? Trouble little teasing actually worked. Then, serving note, that's it. Currently, voluntary objective is to secure the blue ice lily. We have sample of that now, so game over. You won. Ah, did you win? You might not know, but you are kind of like captain at this moment. I mean, that is how I see it. You might be welcome here, you might have been asked to help. But what's that if you are not happy they don't throw you into prison? That's not like you, son. So just moving on and ignoring no's and needs. And I mean no's with surprise. I mean, yeah, that is true. But there are two sides of the... Wait. What is it called? The Someone called Libra, but it's not the Libra,
Scales?
the scales, yeah. I was searching for that one. On one hand, you have the down below people who are still having trouble with trouble, or they think it's trouble creatures. On the other hand, there's the security problems that come with trouble. And I'm pretty sure trouble has way more chaotic energy that outweighs everything. If needed to be, some would be as far away from trouble as possible. I haven't really expressed my true opinion yet, so I replied. I'm just outlining what our situation has been so far. Then, what is your true opinion? The represents son. What do you want to do? Me? Sorry, first, am I trying? Let's end up straight and proud. I am a guardian. My purpose is to protect those in need. To protect the weak. He looks across the board. That includes you all. By the way, no, I hardly consider you weak. But you are still weaker than me. I consider you safe too. So I ultimately defer to the judgment of the majority. With all that said, he focuses back on daring. My personal vote is to stay and have those police. Especially the Earthbound. Based on what the commander told us, they are the real victims here. And even those above, along with all the technology or killing terror with the chaos creatures, then the Earthbound might be in even greater trouble. Here to run with capital T. Thus, I am also interested in the Earthbound side of the story. Why did their attitude to those about change? Maybe they know something important and we don't know. I mean, that is the real reason they said it. That you don't know, they don't know. The way. For now, I chose to withhold my full judgment over the situation and take under all of the facts. Thank you for sharing your opinion. Then expressing to some. Anything further? So she said, and said, I said my piece for now. Then I give the accepting nod, and looked at Dr. Kennedy for her opinion. But doing so, doesn't take out her too. Here for myself, I love a good mystery. Yeah, the doctor would agree. Dr. Kelly announced it. But one thing I can understand. Yes?
Yeah. Even as far back as the first Doctor, he was always like that. A majority of the reasons where he's driven out to danger outside the TARDIS is to find out what is that thing that's over there.
And that is the reason why the Daleks awakened.
Yeah.
But one thing I can understand, which is something that really bothers me, discovering a mystery and doing nothing about it. Not even attempt to solve it. Yes, who? Oh! My problem. It is not the doctor who would approve this. It is Professor Layton. Here's a puzzle for you. I can tell you this so far though, Commander Racing was not entirely forthcoming with us, with regards to what he has said, and I lose into being sincere, and then being sincere to a point, but there is something more. A larger agenda behind everything that he has said. He doesn't lie per se. But come on, never accident the moment. I'm not lying. Look at him. There he checks with the doctor. Look at his turn. And now? No! But we haven't gotten all the factors either. Just as Starwing pointed out. If you were to ask me now about my opinion about those below at this point, I can't say I trust them at all as much either. I am missing information on my hopes right now. That's what does me. I will defer to the decision of the majority here. And especially to you, that I know. Dr. Osad will not today. I say that because Doctor put you in charge of this mission, and he must have a reason. So you want to pass on for the sake of scientific curiosity? Like period. Let's and political reasons. I really love this one, by the way. I didn't. What is the actual humanitarian?
Humanitarian.
Not even people use that word. I mean, not that much. Did you hear it? Also, I'm not just a scientist, I'm also a healer. My mission is to heal the sick and injured. So if we are talking about my personal motivations alone, that is where I stand. I want to solve a good mystery, and I want to help wherever and whenever I am needed. Okay then, like I said, the rest of the note. Thank you for your input. She's not losing nothing. Nothing? It would have been funny, and if she was like, okay then, thank you for your input, she's not losing nothing. Hello, Wind? Me? Not perfect. I want to have. Is that something? Wherever I am and whatever I do, I follow my heart. My head is mostly airspace anyway, so my heart naturally speaks louder. Yeah, and you actually wear your heart out front.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I am gonna invite the Toad. Then the down below people, the down below police are not even gonna think about listening to them until Nerfy talks. Nerfy's gonna be the one to actually save the day now. Because she might know the way.
You're saying she's more likely to connect to them?
Yeah?
Okay.
Because every pony ass is closer to the to the among people. Do they have another name? I mean, let's just call them Magi. That's
I
easier.
suppose you've seen the movie Avatar, right?
Yeah,
The
I've
planet
seen most.
Pandora. Okay.
I've seen most of Avatar and Avatar.
Well, so far the story is introducing the Earthbound, similar to might be the Na'vi, who have more simplistic and tribalistic ways, and they were reluctant to embrace other societies that was too headstrong in their own mind ways, and the protagonist was a little more welcome just because He mentioned the fact that his head is more empty, so it's more ready to receive more information. In
I
their eyes,
mean,
it seems like he would be more receptive to learning.
yeah, we don't know. They might be less scientific than the Magi high above, but they might be more susceptible to feelings as well.
Even likely, those who are a more primitive society that's more accustomed to relying on their instincts would probably go along with what you're talking about here.
Yeah, and as I said, most of them actually look like they are with the Magi. Other than solving everyone from the ass in the group looks like, and one of them is a Magi to begin with.
Dorpy certainly made a connection with another society too, the Kirin.
Yeah? They didn't talk much, but they might come back to her at one point. I don't put
Didn't
it
talk much,
away.
but they did sing.
Yeah? I gotta sing!
Sing and dance.
Then the put it on her Instagram, go to the frown on Fernando's face. But he was silent this time. Alright then, let me ask you this. There is a ring. When you say I want to help, what does it mean in this case? You came here on a mission. Or at least I did. I came here to secure the blue white lily, so to have other police in that time. Using a cure that is extinct where we came from. We have a present sample of the flower now. Right now. Yes? What one? You can go home without a time machine. 2, you have all the time in the world. Because you have a time machine.
Yeah.
We do? The PS with the guess. This one. Yeah, she was unconscious.
Right.
Oh yeah. Better it seems. It's a realization. I was better. It seems. But we got the flower before. That was unconscious back then. And we haven't mentioned it since. And actually, you probably shouldn't have mentioned it. Because they might see me listening in. It's an important detail too. Turns out with the frown. Came a lot for not bringing it up earlier. I mean, you didn't really have had the time to do it. Apparently, it is a gift from the kid. They explained therapy. This is even posted in many kittens who are preserved. Those they are planted in the gratitude for you dancing and singing with them. Aww! Duffy said with a happy blush. She lifted her hand that's on the screen as well. That's so sweet of them. But then she goes confused. But how would they even know? How would they even know we sold after it in the first place? I mean, they probably followed you all the way since you appeared on this page.
Maybe they followed their instincts.
Yeah? I mean, I'm pretty sure that the kids were always there, but they only materialized after they were sure that they can show themselves. But the singing and dancing happened. We were carrying this mountain for weeks, and we mentioned what that was, why we are doing it. So mentioned with a shark. So that is the reason. I think we are watching it for the proposals. At least when it comes to them and their motivation. We didn't seem to think at all. Or if they did, they saw the whole different level. They let us know in perfect sync. with each other. And while you joined them, you did likewise. He versus his yellow eyes on nothing. You wanted to meet them on a whole new level, nothing. One so overwhelmingly amazing, it is too much for a mortal mind. Compared to your forgotten. I mean, even an immortal artificial mind can't comprehend it, and it gets corrupted, all the footage of it. The brain is making it out, almost like a defense mechanism. Sometimes the experience to positive can be that demand to without something there to safeguard our society. In short. For now, I say we just call it instinct. Compassionate and overly intense instinct on that part. Not that me dropping that now can have a positive PTSD. It doesn't think if something makes her remember the death and she relapses into unconsciousness again, with too positive over memory. I don't think that's actually a thing in real life, but the relative PTSD is.
Well, yeah, for PTSD, they can actually be triggered by similar events. Examples of that with some war veterans who survived through a war can get traumatized through fireworks were sounding close enough to gunshots.
Yeah?
So if you imagine the opposite of that scenario, and I don't know, some people start singing in the background, and it just starts to giving a wave of nostalgia about a positive event she could barely recall, but similar enough events might trigger it again.
Yeah? And we have estimated that the down below bodies are using shamanism. And shamanism
Oh,
often comes with singing and dancing.
that was kind of established before by Veraxis, but I think the way he phrased it was they now have access to magic that is in a form we don't understand. And the society comes from is very scientific. Magical and scientific.
Yeah? And I have established that most of the reason why they have magic is the magic line that they have mixed in with the police down below. Ultimate. There will be silence for a moment until there is six to help, then goes on to say. In any case, we are some problems nearly now. The longer we say, the greater our chances of losing that, which we have already gained. So I ask you again, what do you personally mean by happy? I mean the best solution should be to get the doctor to come here, put the flower inside the TARDIS, and then have.
You
Because,
mentioned earlier that the fact that they have a time machine means that, in the perspective of the future and the developing illness, that's basically on pause.
yeah,
So they're not running out of time by being here and being helpful. And on the flip side, they got the ice blue lily now, and it's true that the longer they stay here, the longer there is the risk to lose it. But time in itself is again paused for the ice blue lily, at least the sample they secured,
yeah.
because it seems that the fact it's frosted with crystal means that it's immune to the ravages of time,
I mean
and
not
it seemed to be.
immune, but
It basically seems like the purpose of the crystals is to make sure they do not have a time limit with this particular sample.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I not limited my time. But yeah, the best thing would be, once again, to put it inside the TARDIS, and then you wouldn't have to be worried about losing it. Because
Yeah,
you cannot get into
okay.
it.
That can help.
Well, don't be too off for a moment, as she suddenly got her the rest of her group watching her. She swallowed the lump in the throat, and her face rubbed out, as she announced, "Boss, I say we do both. We have those that need here, and then take the power to have those in a time. I mean, yeah, that's about the plan. That's your decision, like double checks with Luffy." Yes, Luffy confirms firmly. No, for the future. We don't need the power. Throw it away. Just have these guys, right? Okay then. Now you replies with a accepting note. Let's have been looking at the fellow 12 hours. It is now. It's not 12 hours in opinion. And intent. If you don't see smart and perspective enough to pick up on the side of the cues, he's operating without the need to speak a word. And he did not disappoint. I agree. The commander is not telling us the whole story. And there are other things that are missing. Some of the things he said did not add up. If so, that's the case me are being observed right now. I prefer I keep the details to myself for now, because at least, what is someone's angle? All of this as well. It seems simple and straightforward at first glance, but I think there is something more to this. The scare creature showed up just when she announced its arrival, serving sentimentally. Later on, he also augmented it just because she was bored. Every version of those chaos beasts in this world and time also presenting themselves in random forms and abilities. So that's what so-called spin of chaos and disharmony will do. Those creatures just show up, and they do so violently. That's antithetical to harmony. Aggro is harmony. Yeah, but that is also part of the harmony. You cannot be pure chaos because chaos have actual logic in it as well. Just like my workplace. And the logic of not having any logic. I know what there is. But there is something more to all of this. Something more elusive. A cat. Please be more specific. Like Rest of Thunder. I knew. Remember what Thunder said? They might be listening and he wishes to keep details to himself. But I've been proud as he needed to present the world to them. What did I say? Besides, that was my dying assistant. Those words did never ever say something like, "Behold my creation! It shall into your existence." Instead, he was made to make about his abilities, but in a way, it also served as a warning to what it could do. She said. But she never took credit for creating it in the first place. Instead, she was willing to pretend that she did. What if these chaos creatures were created by the Magi? And she just moved them away?
Well, that's the only odd thing about that is the chaos creatures occasionally attack the Magi, but other than that, they seem almost indifferent to it or even entertained by what it's doing to the world below.
And actually, I have a feeling that it might actually be the case because they have technology to capture them. And they even have the technology to capture the one that can teleport away.
Well, yeah, the Margaret successfully captured the one sample they encountered, which they called a Class 4 Chaos Beast, whatever that means. But he mentioned that it also, Varaxis as it is, mentioned that it also bothered him because the creatures can have so many different kinds of abilities. Some of them maybe Margaret can't handle.
Yeah, because Morgan is just a normal civilian.
Right.
I thought she was more higher up in the military, but no, she's just a normal civilian, not even having any approval of capturing gear creatures.
Kind of similar to a scout that she served so far.
So what we see is literally, oh, one of the gear creatures escaped from our zoo somehow. Let's find it. Her primary motivation is entertainment, basically announcing. She announces it up front, right away, and I don't think she was lying about that. In her eyes, entertainment turned into holding a challenge for others to face. But a game that has rules. Give me a state of chaos, but she plays by the rules, and is the one she sets. Overall, her objective is to extend the game, so creatures with instant death moves really are out of character for her. I mean, this is why I agree that this show was a really good DM in Urgos and Umbriac. Because he doesn't break the rules, he follows them, but he uses all the little gates, the mag gates that he can find. He wants to play a win with respect. Not that I didn't foresee this coming from you, for the win. But well done if he up on the Santa Cruz. So you are saying someone is actually innocent? I never said innocent. Guys, the rejection fell out correctly. Maybe like to pretend to be guilty, but she didn't actually create those creatures in the first place. Just augment them, survive the group mentally. I mean, what if she didn't do that? What if it was the ability of the creature as well? We will never know. And well, that's what they can do. They act poignantly to the group. Not to mention one that's of its arrival in the first place. Even if she did create them, she didn't have to warn us of its coming. Anything back to the land of the game. The character puts in empathetically. It turned out Trouble didn't create those creatures, but they had designed as if she did. There's somebody else in Yeti. They are pushing the get on Trouble. They realize it. Somebody else with a deeper agenda. She neglected the Dr. Kelly, as God what the doctor said not so long ago. Now the question is, which one are doing that? The down below the Earthbound or the Magi up here? And from what we have seen, it seems like it's in the Magi.
Look, between the two of them, yeah, they have the more likely means. And what would be the motive for the Earthbound? Create something that attacks themselves?
No, it might have been the reason to attack the way above. Because if there are gods, then there are always people at police who deny the god. The Mason probably spoke the truth about Spike. I just not to Kelly. I think we can all agree that the next set of puzzle pieces is located there. Nothing else in addition that allows it. Maybe they know who eradicated these creatures. Which could also serve to explain why the attitude about those above have changed. And the rest. Maybe they see the former guardians have changed that into a person. This right here is actually the story of Monster. Right there. Wait. If this is actually what's happening, I think you mean the Magi here. But what if not the Magi wasn't the former guardian, but the chaos creatures were? If that is what you have actually written later on, then you have literally written the story that has been written now in Monster Hunter. Right. Coming after all of those above, then theorizing. I think that bears itself, which I believe is that the population here is not indifferent. It scares me to think any of them find entertainment in the Earthbound flight, but it is possible. Nevertheless, I think the vast majority of those up here are even aware of the flight in the first place. They just falling and play and do whatever they want to do. Yeah, just like the gods of the Pantheon. There are a lot of gods in Greek mythology who do that. Which is a lot like my culture. Not to carry emotions, except these boys seem to be more social than each other, and a lot less reliant on AI to fill in the gap. I mean, do they have AI at this moment? We don't know. They might not have it yet. These boys actually enjoy hanging out with each other, and they do it in person. Instead of two holographic windows and a full body holographic avatar. These boys really are together physically. I mean, the only reason why I am not near you right now is that because you live a little bit too far away.
Right.
Would have been funnier if you were here. I actually enjoy physical interaction more as well. But it's not always possible.
It's interesting.
But I have actually seen people doing that. Sitting in a room next to each other and then talking to each other through a phone. And I have done that with my sister as well, but that was when we were actually talking in another sentence on the phone. So when there were multiple people inside. So we were literally having a orchestral conversation as well.
Neat that we can do that, and I find it surprisingly there's the red line towards the bottom of the screen there.
Yeah, and sometimes for some reason, when I click away from the one, it just moves to a random place. I don't know why that bug is happening.
There you go.
It's an improvement if you ask me. As I mentioned, once again, they are all similar, yet different from your predictive world, including their relationship with those below. Which also goes back to the auto mistake I made talking about. Just keep in mind, there is more going on here. Something important. Something we are missing. I just wish to face the doctor again by knowing we didn't do everything in our power to help. So we said to everyone here, and then in particular, what about you? So we reflect. Do you feel any different? The only bonus for a moment is consider that answer. During the time, she moves her hand down and over her face, and if hiding her eyes that in the red shadow helps her to think better. But it's really important. She holds that pose for 50 seconds before she felt the knife again. Then lifts the edge of her hat back up again as she announces, another day, another dungeon. This adventure is not over, my friends, and we must see this story to the end. Forget defense. Let's do this! And we have little copyrighted music from Kurt here, which was the title feel, which we have actually listened to before.
Hey, what you think of that chapter?
Let me see. Let me bring. You see this, right?
I know, I'm mostly seeing you. That screen's enlarged now. Hold on, let me click this. Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm not saying something. Just look at the title.
Another day, another puzzle. Okay.
And now look at you. The immediately came to mind Professor Layton. Another day, another puzzle.
Okay.
That is his saying.
Too. There's some unanswered mysteries so far.
Yeah. And I would hope to see Professor Layton here, but he is not really the main protagonist here. And he shouldn't be here. But who knows? I don't even know if you know Layton that much. But I would look forward to seeing him here. Which is possible but not likely.
He said Discord?
No, Layton.
Layton.
I mean, we will definitely see Discord at one point.
Hmm.
We know he is appearing later on, and we might actually have seen Discord because we don't know if someone is Discord 0.1 or not.
Yeah, that's possible. And that possibility even occurred to them.
I mean, one thing I am proud of Daring do is actually listening to all of them, because that actually makes sure that none of them are being replaced by someone.
Yeah,
Because someone can do that without you noticing.
yeah, it's Stormwing noticed and thanked her for that. And this is a point of the story I'm just trying to showcase that Daring's making progress, becoming a good leader.
Or becoming a good team worker.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is new to her. she has worked with Rainbow Dash before, but they were mostly working together on their own, not really together.
She was working a lot with others too when she was exploring that lost continent the first time. But for the majority of that adventure,
No,
she
back then she was not very new.
right. And anyway, yeah, Agate would consider herself an underling to everyone else around there. She was
Yeah?
like not really a team player; she's just following them, and gave her opinion whenever they asked. But yeah, she thought they were leading the adventure.
I mean, being able to follow someone is actually part of team play as well.
hmm It was not until later in that adventure she realized that her opinion mattered too, and she really started to step up more.
And then she figured out, oh, my opinion doesn't actually matter, so I'm gonna be alone. And then she figured out, oh wait, maybe having a team is actually helpful.
Yeah, the way I wrote it is when they helped her out with Rainbow Dash and the others helped her out. It is more like a reminder of something she kind of experienced before.
Yeah, something she forgot. Or pushed
Mhm.
back into the depths of her mind. Because she didn't need it.
Yeah.
So next time we are definitely going down to the Earthbound people, Earthbound ponies.
Yeah. Do you remember what the title was?
No? I usually just copy the title and don't read it. I mean,
It
we
was
can
something
check
like
it.
The Way of the Land or something like that.
The way of the land. Yeah?
Yeah.
And immediately my mind went to, do you know the way? And let's see what day it is. It is Monday. So it's gonna be on Friday when we continue.
Okay.
But it seems like that it's gonna be a one-parter for sure.
Yeah. One of the shorter chapters. That's true. There's one more that's shorter than that, but in this arc, but that one is pretty short. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happier with having a shorter part because then I don't have to actually cut in between them and I don't have to find a stopping point.
Sure.
Especially now with my throat. Still already having a little bit of trouble, but
I expect many cuts to occur with the finale of this arc, but it's pretty good for that one. It has a lot of scene breaks, and it even shifts perspectives across the course of that chapter.
also I just realized how much we have already had.
hmm
I mean, we are almost halfway of the release episode. I know there are more, but
This story has become the longest I ever shared on FimFiction. Um, but the main reason for that is because it's episodic. It's like an entire series rather than a single episode.
yeah, in the meantime, of Hunter and Justice, which is funnily enough, I have made the mistake of even on YouTube calling it Heroes of Justice, even the whole playlist was Heroes of Justice. And we are not here. We are only on chapter 13. There is still a lot more here.
Oh yeah, you're pretty early in the chapters. and the chapters before and after it are all pretty long. So it does help to
Even
explain what.
this thing right here. 21 keyboard. 20 keyboard.
Huh?
20 more. It's 33,000.
Yeah, all of those examples you just pointed out is all longer than any of the chapters I have in my story.
One thing I
That's-
can be sure. This chapter is not gonna be one parter. There is no way. This is gonna be like 6 parters or something. But yeah, this has been Adventures of the TARDIS. And next time, we are gonna go down to the Earth Mountain and see the way of the land. Thank you for being here, and see you next time. Bye bye.